Hi everyone, my name's Electric Donkey and welcome to the first video ever of this little series that I'm doing on how to make different stuff in this game. So today I've not even decided what I'm going to choose, so let's just pick something completely random. Let's choose these hearts. I think they're quite an important game. Important game. I honestly cannot talk. An important part of any game is what I meant to say. So no matter what game really you're playing, you have some sort of lives. Really, it's very uncommon not to have lives, even if you just got one life. So you can see we can add hearts and minus hearts, and they work in quarterly basis, a bit like Zelda does. And then when you get down to 0, you can't go any further. You don't die or anything in this game at the minute, just for developing purposes. Otherwise, every time you fall down a tiny little drop at the minute you die, as you can see there. So that would be annoying, but it does work really well. So I'm just going to go and show you that really quickly. So in the objects, actually got that many objects in the whole game, looking at it. Object health is what I've called it here. And yeah, the create event. All we've done is we've set some stats. I'll explain this in a minute. But what this is it's saying our starting HP and the maximum HP. Now really, this is a lie. Because it goes up in quarters, this is actually 3 hearts. And this is actually 5 hearts. But each one of them symbolises a quarter, if that makes sense. So if we go into the step, it'll probably make a little bit more sense. So we just got our keyboard checks, P and L. All they do is add to the HP, so I can toggle them. This clumps the HP at 0 and the maximum, so we can't go any further. The clamp function is really handy, by the way, if you're not already using it. And then this is something to do with the food little object that we've got going. So basically, if the food is too low, we start to lose hunger. Now that didn't make any sense. I mean, if the hunger is too low, we start to lose health. In the draw event, we've got absolutely nothing, but all this does is it stops it from drawing the actual thing. I don't know why I didn't just untick visible, but that's how I decided to do it. And then basically, it seems to all come down to the draw GUI. So let's just go and check this out, and I will go and explain it because it is pretty big. So, what we have here is we have a X offset, and I'll probably explain what that is as I go along, but for the minute we'll just go and start here. So what we're saying is if the game isn't paused and we aren't crafting, which is another aspect of the game really, we're going to loop through all of our hearts, whoops, divided by 4. So this is each heart, not each quarter of a heart, each heart. So it's going to loop through, in this case, 5 times, so all this bit here. So all the way from here up till here. It's saying if the heart we are on is bigger than the heart we have, then we're going to draw sprite. And the offset is, I've just remembered, is how far from the 0 it is, or how far from where we placed the hearts it is, and the Y start is just where we started with it placed. So this is just drawing the whole ones. So if it's got one whole one there, we'll draw it there. But otherwise, we have to do something a little bit fancy. So what this is it's saying else if global HP, which is our HP currently, mod. Now, mod, I believe, is where it sees if it's a whole number. And we'll just go check that because I'm not incredibly sure. But Yeah, it gives you the remainder, so it gives you whatever's left over. So if it's not 0, so if there's some stuff left over and not done, I presume that means... yeah, I remember. The done means basically if we've got our... if we're drawing a quarter or if we're drawing a half, we don't want to be drawing that midway through. We want to be drawing it at the end. So we want to draw all of these first and then draw these. Otherwise it won't work. So what it's saying is if we've got 1 left over, so if we're doing our HP, which is 12, divided by 4, well, if we've got 1 over, so if we say we've got, and let's say we've got 9 is our current HP, and then we divide it by 4, you get 2 remainder 1. So this 1 goes into here, and then we're going to draw the sprite, and in this case it's going to be a kind of quarter done, isn't it? And then we just draw it in, nice and easy, and then we say yes, it's done. We can't do it again once we've done it once. Then we do the same for half filled, and then the same for 3/4 filled. And then otherwise we are going to draw a kind of empty heart shape to show where that heart could be. And if the HP is less than 0, which really it shouldn't be, I'm not quite sure why I put that there, but it says 4, so yeah, we're looping through again. We're going to draw the sprite and in black. Yes, I remember what that means. It means if it's on 0. If it's on 0 or less than 0, then we just want to draw them all in black outline. So there you go. It's quite complicated here, but really it's not too bad when you think about it compared to some of the other stuff like my enemy. There's loads here. It goes on for ages, and then I've got all the scripts that go towards that as well. But that's the enemies. They are very, very complicated. So compared to that, the health is quite basic, and you can simplify it down as well. But yeah, if you want to go and add that into your own game, feel free. I know some other YouTubers have done some, like Heartbeast has done them, probably Sean's done something on it. So if you want to go check those out instead, that's fine, by all means do that. I'm just offering you an easy alternative. And wow, it's got the quarterly bits, which is pretty cool. You don't find that many other places. Kind of looks like Zelda. So yeah, it's just something to have a go at if you've not done hearts before. So if you like this video, remember to like, subscribe, or just watch the next one when it comes out next Friday. That'll be great. I think next week we'll go over... let's go over food, because we did go over that a bit in the health. And if you want to comment below whatever you want to see, you know, any of these objects here, any of the scripts, just give me a shout and I will look at them. I will go through them, explain them, say what they do, say what to do. But no copying, that's not allowed. Anyway, for now, that'll be it, and I will talk to you later.